Under the dashboard. That's a pretty hard lick.
Good thing Harvick is okay. He'll race tomorrow as we bring you the Food City 500 on Fox.
He's not going to be very happy, I bet.
But his day is done. There was also 2 cars got together off turn 2 at the same time. We had this caution.
Somebody gets into the back of him here.
Boots him.
Biffle in the safety car. Yikes.
Let's ride with Stanley as we flatten Harvick's car.
Oops. Just got back in the throttle a little harder than Harvick did and got into the back of him.
Kevin Harvick down to the apron.
And he was running in the 6th position, but he got into the wall hard.
No caution.
Wait, man. I'm sorry, guys.
I'm just telling you right now, with all these cars running this close together, I'm not surprised they haven't wadded up a bunch of them.
The rear end is moved over to the left.
Yeah, that's a hard hit.
Yeah, they're going to have to go to the garage area.
Stepped out.
Floppy jog.
Here's what happened to Harvick. And now caution is out.
I mean, that is a hard lick, right rear and right front. The caution is out, and I'll tell you who's loving that caution flag is Ryan Newman in the 12 car. He was just out in front of leader Dale Earnhardt Jr. He was 2 laps down, so now he'll only be 1.
Here's a look at Harvick's crash from his teammate Jeff Burton. Oh, wow.
That thing just got a little loose.
Come on. No.
Kevin Harvick has been running at the finish of 81 consecutive NASCAR Sprint Cup races, the longest streak. And that streak is over.
Hang on, folks. This is going to hurt.
Keep it safe.
Had all the look that a right front tire just went soft.
Definitely a right front. Blew a right front. You feel so helpless. Thing just falls down and takes off straight to the wall, and there's nothing you can do.
Harvick was running 12th.
Now, I know that didn't look like a big, so, well, he didn't hit it that hard. Folks, just remember what we've said all night. Going 200 mile an hour going off in that corner.
Hopefully he's going to be okay.
Marcus Ambrose led the first lap in his Cup Series career last week at Pocono when he was thought he was going to have a top 10 finish. Got shuffled out there into contact with David Rudiman and Denny Hamlin, and now leading again 3 wide, headed toward the inner loop. And folks, that won't work even 2 wide.
No, they're going to stream him through the grass. He's going around in front of these guys.
Oh man, Jeff Gordon gets a piece of it.
Oh no, Harvick got Carl Edwards right there into the side of Jeff Gordon.
Extremely trying to get it fired, and we will have a
Right side damage, rear damage on the screen here, Roy.
Yeah, a lot of debris down there. They're going to have to clean it up.
Guys, get ready to cut the bumper cover off, and right front damage. The splitter's broke.
Yeah, Harvick got the worst of that.
Around goes the 29 of Harvick. He saves it.
It's all behind him.
Loses it.
All
and they
behind
all pile up behind him. Trevor Bayne and Montoya, and a big crash as Boyer slams into a stop Jamie McMurray. It's going to be written on a plaque here someday. Darrell Waltrip. Cautions breed cautions.
Sure, it always seems that way. That's a lot of damage. Serious damage there. Coming off the corner over here. Let's see if he pushes out. Looks like he thinks he's going to get in the wall. He gets out of the throttle. Mark Martin in the 5 gets into the back of Harvick's 29 car. Everything looks pretty good right here. It looks like everything's going to be fine. But then all of a sudden, these guys that are coming up on this mess, on Harvick down there on the bottom, they start trying to check up, and then they all get into it. The 42 of Montoya. The trouble.
Newman, Keselowski, Hamlin, Harvick, Truex, and Schrader.
Truex, big loser here. He had raced his way into the top 10 in points where he was running earlier. Really hard to tell. I mean, it looked like the 11 was slow getting in the corner.
Looked like he tried to get up there. Thought maybe the 55 got a little bit loose getting there, and Jimmy was trying to maybe avoid that somehow. Okay.
11 and 55 there.
Yeah.
Tire down on the 11, right front maybe after that contact.
Definitely a stack up. Oh man, there's a lot of good cars got torn up here.
They come to the restart for the green-white checker. Close contact, Harvick turned into the wall. Caution is out. NASCAR's called the caution. Got one on the wall. It is Harvick. Watch 22 and 4 here after 27 doesn't get going.
Now Harvick was forced up there.
Yeah.
I think Harvick got in the back of Menard as he was trying to get.
Turn one, Burton in the wall, Johnson spinning to the bottom. And Harvick spins into David Reagan. Oh my goodness.
Oh my.
Jeb Burton had been taking up a lot of racetrack. Jimmy Johnson may have got a little impatient. And now 4 cars are wrecked.
But Jimmy Johnson had got way behind, and those leaders were not far behind him, about a straightaway behind him, but a lot of damage to Kevin Harvick in that Ford.
Let's see what happened here, guys. That happened so fast. It looks like, I think Jimmy was just trying to make a pass here. He got down underneath of him. That's Jeb, yeah. I think Jimmy's a little frustrated with his car and that accident, and he wasn't running like he had been. He had a shot at winning this thing, got that taken away, and poor old Jeb Burton.
There's the start of it. It carries down toward turn 1. David Reagan all piled up, and I'm curious to see how Kevin Harvick, unable to get around as the others leaders did.
You know, I think he could have been in a blind spot right behind those cars in front of him. Let's see what he sees.
Back it down, back it down.
See, can't see, can't see, can't see.
Right here, easy. Yeah, I'm sorry, guys. I couldn't stop.
Kyle Busch chooses the outside line. You see the NBC start zone with red lines. They're in it. Green flag back in the air. Way out of shape was the 48. Little bumping and banging as they go into turn 1. Jimmy Johnson got into the side of the 4 of Harvick. Smoke now out of the left rear of Harvick after that contact.
Yeah, Jimmy Johnson got a run on the 4. Got inside of him. Kevin Harvick didn't want to give him a big lane to let him get back up on the racetrack. And now it looked like they made some contact. The left rear quarter panel is definitely rubbing on the 4 car.
Now, when he wiggled like that, was he trying to move the quarter panel out? Could you do that with wiggling the car?
I'm not so sure. He just wasn't making sure it wasn't flat. He was just trying to feel the car out. Oh, there it is.
Around goes the 4.
Hold the brake, hold the brake. Stay up there. Stay
a lot of damage to the back of that car.
And this is what we talked about. This is what we said at the top of the show. The pressure of these decisions.
Real slow here. Real slow.
Major damage to the back of the 4 for Kevin Harvick.
Hurt pretty bad here, guys.
It all started on the restart. We've talked about restarts, the restart zone, how important it is to accelerate out of the restart zone. Well, right here, as they leave the restart zone, the 4 doesn't get the greatest of runs. The 48 of Jimmy Johnson goes underneath them. Jimmy tries to come back up on the racetrack, Jeff, but the 4 tries to hold him down there.
Yeah, it looked like to me the 4 got a good start. It's just the 48 got a better start, and the 22 was pushing him. You know, you get a guy, here you go. See the 22? He's pushing him. Actually turns him left.
Jimmy forces his way back on the racetrack, and the 4, you see, he doesn't want to give him the lane. He can move up to the middle, but Kevin Harvick tries to force him down. We saw it smoke for a few laps. We wondered if it was getting better, and this is the result. As Kevin Harvick turns down into turn 3, the left rear tire is down. There's nothing at that point Kevin Harvick can do. Unfortunately, now this is a major, major hurdle for this 4 car in race 1 of the playoffs.